Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? The lies that was told on this stage. Whoo! Destiny, queen of the liars. She just lying. Who lies about their age? Baby, your age, your birth date is on your mugshot. May 1st, 1982. Mm-hmm. Tricia lying. Martell lying. Tisha lying. Child, let's get into it. This was too much. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I review your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and ha and get into another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 9, Episode 15. This is Reunion Part 2. The title, Tricia Finally tells the truth. Do we like this title? No. It's cute. But reunions, to me, don't need to have a title. But do we like it? Tricia finally tells the truth. No. How would you rate this week's episode, besties? It was totally entertaining. I'm gonna give it about a good, I'll give it a 7.5, maybe, but definitely a 7. It's so much brain work that I had to use to just see all the lies and just, and I'm sure you did too. It wasn't like you could just rest and watch it and go, It was like, that's not true because this, we got to keep going back. We flash it back like the production does. She telling a lie because back on this episode, she said this. It was a lot of that. But drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about this week's episode, honey, because I know you are like me, like, wow. And don't forget to like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on. Ding dong, so that you know each and every time I post my content. Now let's get into it. So the episode starts off. Remember, Kimmy and Mel are going back and forth and back again. Kimmy had Melody speechless for about 6 seconds. Right? So Kimmy is in the midst of telling her, like, whenever she decides to talk about something you heard, it's okay. So she's referring to Maurice's the lipstick gate, the lipstick on his lips and the lipstick on his collar. But Kimmy, we still don't know where Maurice was between 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. when he got booked. Where was he? Where was he? He went somewhere to pass out, honey, and he didn't come home. And it still is unclear. So we kind of already know. I believe that was lipstick. Why would it not be? His lips a rosy red sitting on his stage? Okay. So Mel responds, and Kim is like, that's BS. And child, I'm just like, Kimmy, I have never seen Kimmy so amplified. I mean, of course, in St. Thomas, but she was pretty much telling Nell to stay out her business. But we understand it now. Kimmy is the oldest one in this group. And what she not going to do is let you come in here and just woo woo rah rah with her. She is the eldest. Nell, if you want to be she is older than you by 2 years, I believe. And so Tisha's over there laughing, kicking and giggling, snickling and giggling, being messy. Ooh. So Kimmy continues talking to Melody. Don't act like when I want to talk about it, you didn't want to talk about it. And when I wanted to talk about it, so we ain't going to talk about it. When we know when you didn't want to talk about it, we simply don't have to talk about it. Did y'all catch all that? Because it was a lot of talk about it. It's coming out of Kimmy about talk about. So pretty much she's saying when you want to talk about it, you want all of us to talk to you about stuff. But when we come to you, you don't want to talk about it. So Melody is like, she's trying to respond to Kimmy about, I don't tell y'all not to come to me. Y'all could come talk to me. And Destiny is interrupting. And so Melody has to say, I'm talking to Kimmy and Carlos. And so Destiny had to remind her, yep, and you was interrupting Kimmy and Martell. And so Marcel is saying, gather her up. Gather her up. And so this is where everybody is confused. Everybody is wondering who was Martell talking to, about who, and then you kind of want to know why was that even said. Like, what is he like? What? So of course he gonna protect his boo. So clearly he's talking to Mel about gathering up Destiny. But what the word on the curb is, you guys heard about Destiny coming out saying that Martell and Melody were grooming her, bringing her into their bedroom and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, maybe Destiny got it confused because that totally seems like something Coleslaw and Martell would be trying to do. But not Melody. But I don't know these people, right? So, of course, Melody got on her live. I caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't go down the rabbit hole because I be having my own life, And so, Melody was like, that's a lie. I got kids. What the what? And I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But come on now. So anyway, there may be a lawsuit filed or something, and that's why the question was asked. They said last week's at the end of the reunion, it was a question that Carlos did ask. It has been cut out. So they probably talked about it, but they cut it out because there's a pending lawsuit. But baby, some of the girls on YouTube said that if you have the what app? Philo? I think it's called Philo. They showed the real deal. No edits, no cuts. They showed everything. So I'll be back to let y'all know, probably in a short or something, when I get the full, 411 on what was said and all that. I'll come back maybe with next week's when we conclude. Okay, so Marceau saying gather her up. And so Mel finally says how she didn't want to say nothing, but Kimmy just kept asking, just kept asking, kept asking, kept asking. And she said that we had a good conversation about it. Just like with Nell. Me and Nell, we had a good conversation. And Carlos says they can talk with, you guys are not best friends, but you guys can talk with mutual respect, talking about Kimmy and Melody. And so, yeah, she said, she said, me and Miss Nell, we was just a laughing and a kicking and woo, woo, woo. And I said, no, Mel, from what I remember, and they did play it back, you was doing all the laughing. And you mentioned me. Girl, that's funny. Girl, you tripping, girl. I go to a therapist. I got my mama and the Lord. What are you talking about? No, you did not read the room. Nell's face said it all. Nell's energy said it all. She was super not feeling that. And you didn't pick up on that because self-absorbedness, that's what you do. So and don't come for me, millimeters. I'm just speaking what I see on my TV. I am not a team of no one because I can like you and not. I don't have to like you or dislike you. I'm just gonna talk about what you do, and it is what it is. And we all have different perspectives, and we gonna respect that. Okay, good. Okay. And so Melody is like, but I found out 6 weeks later that she felt away. Now, I mean, 6 weeks is a very long time to go without talking to a so-called friend. And it's just very like, okay, if your friend's mom is, very sick, close to taking her last breath, why are you not checking in on your friend, knowing what she's going through? Because I'm sure you knew. And that's just a very long time for friends not to talk. 6 weeks? Okay. So Nell says that everybody processes differently. And it's like something you said really effing peed me off, and I just had to shut down. And you didn't mentor me. It was Martell. That's all you kept saying. You didn't mentor me. It was Martell. And Nell is like, baby, we've spent lots of hours, day and night, all through the night with y'all. So yeah, it messed me. I was mad at you. So Chris is like, yeah. And there was a time she spent time with you guys at your house when she could have been spending time with her mother while she was transitioning. And so I'm just like, time out, time out. Cute that you standing up for your wife, but no friend is going to ask you to come over here and help me with my cheating, lying husband while your mother is transitioning. You didn't have to come to Mel's house. You could have said no. If my mother is sickly, last breath, I'm not even answering my phone. But, but I'm going to tell y'all this word on the curb is that Nell and her mother wasn't close. But that doesn't mean anything because if they're passing, you want to be there. All that has nothing to do with when life's lessons and situations are happening. But hey, maybe Nell wanted to get out of the house. Maybe she had been home for days and just needed some air. But Nell, whatever the case, you decided to pick up your shoes, your purse, your coat, hop in your car and drive over there. That is not Melody's or Martell's fault, sweetie. You are grown. Okay. So Nell says, oh, yeah, there's times she has made me mad and I have forgiven her. I have a soft spot in my heart for her. But we're just not there yet. Where we're back to normal. We're just not there yet. And you're not gonna be there yet, honey. They got divorced. You are Martell's friend. You go back over there. She don't want you in her business. You lost her in the divorce, Dale. You lost her. You are Martell's friend, okay? And don't let me tell you that again. So Melody is like, they like, say something. She like, no, let her finish. Her feelings are hers. Let her finish. So during the break, Marceau talks to Melody, Tisha right there, because she ain't gonna let Marceau have no alone time with with Melody. Because honey, she know her man wants her real bad. And so they pretty much are telling Melody, like she's trying to talk to you and you're just not receptive. You're being defensive. And she was being defensive right there. No, I'm not. But then Tisha tells the showrunner, what's his name, Marcus or whatever, that Mel is defensive. When you come to talk to her, she doesn't acknowledge your feelings. And then she wants to argue about how you feel. And I was like, that's a real statement. That's a real statement. And that comes from self-absorbedness. So the showrunner goes and talks to Mel. And Mel is just like, ooh. He like, you all right? And she just like, ooh, it's a lot of negative energy on that stage. And so, Kimmy was fine all along. And then all of a sudden, she on some rah, 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 rah. She is, honey. And she is, honey. She is on some rah, rah. And she said, it seems like they all got together. The Scotts, they got together last night. And they came up with a game plan, to come at Melody every chance they could. And then she goes say, because all the Martello meters, child, no, she did not say the Martello meters. The Martello meters are all on one side of the stage, right? And her, Tisha, and Marceau are on the other side of the stage. And so, they are the three that Martell don't like. But who wants to sit next to somebody they don't like on a reunion stage when you're going to be going back and forth and back again? Ain't nobody trying to fight. Like, why do you want to be that close to somebody you don't like? And I just thought about Married to Medicine with Dr. Greg and Quad. Why do you need to sit that close? All that static and all that negative energy and okay, back to this show. Don't y'all come for me because I do not agree that anyway. Let me focus. So and so then Melody gonna say, and I never asked Nell to cancel me. And so the showrunner's like, you didn't know. But her feelings are hers. Now, back from the break, we are on to Destiny, Lion Destiny. Did y'all know she got so many nicknames on in these YouTube streets? They call her Dusty. They call her Delulu. They call Destiny all kind of stuff that start with a D. Oh, goodness. So she's back. And so she felt like her story wasn't finished. That's why she returned. Uh-huh. And so Kimmy was saying, well, Carlos alluded to Kimmy saying that, she'd been on the show for so long, but she don't give nothing, and so Kimmy, no. So Dusty says she wasn't open and, didn't give a lot for many years that she was on the show because she was dealing with a lot. And so she says now she's healed. Baby, you are not healed, but go off. So Carlos asked her, is she and Martell real good friends when the cameras are not on? And it's like, why was that a question? Why, they're friends? Why they sitting next to each other? Why is that a question? Why didn't you ask about her arrest? We didn't talk about that. So she says she maintains all of her friendships off camera. And y'all, the cameraman just stayed on Melody's face through this the whole time. But tonight's episode, it was just like, ugh. And Melody with that face. And I was just looking at her wig, and I don't like it. I don't like that wig at all. I don't like none of them in these old platinum colored wigs. Who said they could? Tricia, you can't wear platinum. Destiny, not that great on you. Destiny, you look better with the reddish brown hair. You could do a golden blonde, but everybody can't wear platinum. You have to be Melody can wear it. I just don't like that wig. I don't know. Okay. So another question was about her and Lance. And so she says, we have always been attracted to each other. We have real chemistry. And he's asking, is this your storyline? And she was like, what? No. But it's like, well, a season or two ago, you was on there trying to like Kimmy's son. He's way too young for you. Like, y'all got to be 20 years apart. Like, I don't know, Destiny. I think you do. It seems like you always trying to have a little boo on the show. You brought your husband on the first season. Then, of course, we just don't want to get into it because, even Sonny said something that made some sense and made Melody go, I didn't think about that. So she says, not no storyline. And so Carlos is like, well, what's the age difference? Oh, no. So since Destiny has healed now, she can now share and she can open up. Girl, please. You came back because your ex was coming back with your producer. Child, you had to open up to get back to get this check. Honey, they was going to dog you down to the ground, honey. Of course, you wanted to come back. You were asked to come back just like they were asked to join. Okay, we all know what's going on here. So she says there's a 6-year difference. Nell says 9 years. And baby, Destiny is just like, nope, no, I'm not. So that would make, Carlos was like, well, how old is Lance? Lance is 33. So that would make Destiny 42. She just sitting here in our faces lying about her age. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not 42. Well, how old are you? She ain't saying. I'm grown. I'm grown. Well, how old are you? I mean, Destiny, all of you guys, besides 3 of y'all, are in your 40s. All of you. You talk like you're in your 40s, okay? You don't sound or even look like somebody in their 30s. You look good. You're actually a beautiful woman, but you are in your 40s. They looked at your mugshot. Your birthday is right there, May 1st, 1982, sweetie. So, and even Marceau even said it. If y'all heard when they was having a back and forth, Martell said she's 42. She's 42. I don't know why she's not telling you she's 42. He even said it. So she says incorrect. Nell said Lance told her Destiny is a nice lady. And it's like they want to know, well, where is Lance? Why he didn't come so he could speak up for himself? So Carlos was like, well, y'all are here, the Fletchers. So I'm thinking to myself, Lance is not there because Lance is with his family, his wife and kids. That's why Lance is not there. She's a nice lady. So Nell keeps going. Well, first of all, she said, me and Lance, we don't talk about Destiny and who he's dating. We don't talk about that. So catch T. They don't talk about it because he's married. There's no reason to talk about him dating because he's in a whole marriage. So she was like, he says she a nice lady. Clearly, she's older. And, she likes to have fun. But Nell is very hesitant to answer because she has a real daughter-in-law that she likes. She's trying to respect them. She doesn't want to say too much. Stop asking me about Destiny and Lance. I don't want to be in it. So they're like daughter-in-law by chance, much, some, kind of, one day. So Nell is like, before I would have been honored for her to be my daughter-in-law, but now, no. And so Nell says she needs to get to know Destiny better. So Chris, he chimes in. He's like, well, what you think? Well, he like, it's not my call. I'm not dating Destiny. Well, who are you dating, Chris? Because we know it's somebody else. You slime bucket. So he don't want to talk about it because he like his daughter-in-law too. So Nell said, Destiny just has some growing up to do. She does. And what is really wrong? Oh, she said, and Destiny has said some things. We've talked about it, and she knows what it is. And like, Carlos did ask, well, what was it? I mean, hello, what was it? Can we know? And I said, Destiny got a smart mouth. And, she got mother issues. She got mommy issues. So it's probably hard. She probably can't respect women in mother situations because she don't have any respect for her own mother. And it shows. It shows on why she lies a lot. Dusty has probably always lied all her life because she wanted to create some fantasy life that she had because she didn't have her mother. And now she's a grown liar and she's just used to lying. Because when you just sit up here, we don't lie about our age anymore. We just don't do that. We just don't lie about our age. Okay, so Carlos told Destiny, he whispered to her, like, continue dating, child. They don't want you. Exactly. And so Destiny was even like, oh, I am. Uh-huh. And they're gonna say, Carlos, you just being super shady. Like, don't do that. And so she's like, he was like, I'm just being silly now. Like, calm down. Don't come to my house. Don't try to come beat me up. And Chris, he said, where's your sense of humor? And Chris said, she has no sense of humor. And it's like, yes, she does. All that smiling and laughing they'll be doing, all that loud laughing she be doing. Maybe she just takes things a little too literal, but she has something. She always laughing. Okay, y'all. Welcome to the stage, Sunny. Did y'all notice nobody clapped? Nobody said nothing. Nothing. So here go Carlos. Where's Moses? Moses is in the spiritual jail house. That's what Sunny should have said. He's here spiritually, is what she said. She's going to explain, and she sounds so stupid. But this is what happens when you're in love. You're going to defend yours, right? But this just, you should have just kept it cute and simple. He in jail. So now it's the PO's fault that he in jail. Because they be giving, these black men a hard time. He got all these hoops to go through. It's called probation. Probation, you're not free yet. You kind of are. That's why you go to a halfway house. Do you understand? That's why it's called halfway. You halfway free. You have got to earn your freedom back. You gotta get busy, get in. You gotta jump in life and get it going. We gotta make sure you're gonna be all right and don't come back. So I'm like, sir, ma'am, shut up. Moses was in a whole nother state. If he is on probation in a different state, Missouri, right? St. Louis, Missouri. Why are you in Alabama? That's against the rules. I watch Love After Lockup. I've been watching since day one, honey. I have a PhD in lockup. Okay? PhD in lockup with a minor in probation. But yeah, so if you need to travel, you need a travel pass, and you probably didn't even ask for one. And then why would you be so dumb to get on national TV breaking the laws? But that's the PO's fault. Ciao. Here we go. Just deflecting and no accountability. So they get into her. Carlos is like, some people feel like you crossed the line. You did the ultimate no, honey. There was no girl code with you. And so if y'all notice, Carlos introduced her as very close friends of Destiny. He sees it like that. Tricia sees it like that. Everybody sees it like that. Destiny sees it like that, but not Sunny. So Sunny said, the people need to mind their business. They don't know the details. Well, girl, why? Yes, we do, because you've been rah, and ha, and talking the whole time when we first met you. What else? What did you leave out? Because you have explained your relationship over and over. You explained the timeline over and over. We know you saw him at Destiny's birthday dinner. Was that the same year? She gonna say it wasn't, but let's just act like it was. That was in May. Y'all reconnected in St. Louis in July. You exchanged numbers. You didn't start talking till August, and you got married in December. We know. So, what did you leave out? Okay, so then, so Destiny, she says Destiny was an ex. She was not dating him when they were on again, off again, or whatever they were doing. When they was going together, when they was side piecing, when they was booty calling, when they was friends with benefits. She was an ex. She made that clear. And just because she dated him, she doesn't have a hold on him where no one else can date him. Okay, girl. So she says, I met Destiny through work. We have a work relationship. She was cool, and that was it. Honey, Destiny, the Sunny is what she gonna do is not claim Destiny as a friend. She do not care that you was invited to her birthday in Mexico. Her Sunny's sister did that. That'll make us friends. But Sunny, you ain't repeating about how you prayed about it and how your other friends told you to go forward. You didn't talk about that, how you prayed about it. You ain't taking you ain't mentioning that. Nope. You ain't. Why am I stuttering about it? I ain't gonna say it no more. I need some water. That's what it is. So Sunny is like, I ain't never even had a conversation with him whenever he came around. I didn't know him. And so she felt like Moses should have had the conversation with Destiny, not her, because Carlos like, why you didn't tell Destiny? Because he need to tell her. That's his boo. That was his ex. They the ones had the relationship. I didn't have one with her. She is very fine in that. Her friends have amped her up and have got her believing that her and Destiny were not friends. And if that's her truth, then that's her truth. Tricia said, you know what? I ain't finna go behind none of my friends back and marry her ex. When I got with Marcel, I went to all my friends and asked, did y'all meet? Do y'all know him? Did he try to holler at you? Sonny was like, well, wasn't you dating one of Marcel's friends when y'all first met? No, I didn't. You got any more questions about me and my past? I don't do friends. But Tisha, they said in the Buick, that was Marcel's friend. Okay. And so She was like, this situation is just trifling. I'm not saying, Destiny, you're trifling. You're not a trifling person. I like you. Not Dusty, Sonny. Sonny, I like you as a person. I'm not saying you're trifling. It's just this situation is just trifling. Explain the difference. Never mind, Tisha, please don't. We gonna just let it go. Okay, Tisha, good. Okay. So Carlos to Destiny, when they got married, did you know that they were dating? And so we all know this. Destiny says that Sonny reached out to her 2 days before she got married. It was kind of like she sent her this text, and like a day or two later, now she's seeing pictures, wedding pictures of them. So tacky, so trifling, Sonny. Okay. How can a situation be trifling but not the person, Tisha? Good. So Destiny feels like Moses used Sonny to get back at her. And Melody is cracking up, y'all. She is over there kiki and ha-ha. And so, so Carlos is like, what's wrong? What's going on with you? Because Melody got her head down. She got her head in her hands. You can see the different colors of the top of her closure on her wig or whatever that thing is on her head. And so she says, because somebody chose somebody to marry to come talk to you. That is hilarious. So Destiny tells Mel, and y'all planned this whole storyline. What? Who? They all like, who? What? You what? Lies. You was lying, pants on fire. No, you and Melody, Sonny and Melody. No. She said they communicated before because Mel was not shocked when she came on Carlos's live podcast. Remember that, y'all, when we first, was that the time we first saw Sonny and Moses when they came on the podcast? Who? And I'm sitting here, okay, so then Carlos says, he said, no, wait a minute. Now, when he learned that they got married, he reached out to Moses and Sonny to come on the podcast and the show. He said that. Sonny was like, and then it's like, well, Sonny, why are you, Sonny, like, why are you here? And so she's like, well, I spoke to Moses. We talked about it. We saw the slander coming from Destiny on her Monday podcast. Mental Mondays, I think it's called. She would go on there and she said to Carlos, like, you know how you review the show on Mondays? That's what I do that too. And so she says she just talks about the show. She don't talk about all that. And so Moses wanted to come on the show to protect her, but not protect himself, Sonny. You should have, as a wife, you supposed to make sure his exes and his I's are dotted, his T's are crossed. So Lo asked Destiny, did she know they were coming on the show? They didn't do it behind your back. And so she says, so she's not really answering. She said, did you know? And she said, and so she didn't say nothing. So he's like, well, they didn't do it behind your back because he's trying to get her to talk. And she's like, I didn't say that. And so I want to ask Sonny, what do you mean Moses came on the show to protect you? First of all, couldn't help but think he let you go. Remember at Stormy's Valentine's Day gala? He let you go back in the room with the door closed to have a back and forth and back again, and an argument, and a fight, and a debate with the wordsmith Destiny. How was he protecting you when he was sitting in the front of the table by himself looking like do? How did he protect you when he went to go talk to Destiny and he didn't even have his wedding ring on? Huh? He let you defend him on Carlos King's podcast, somebody else's podcast, and even the clip that they showed where they was outside playing football with the men, and he talking about, yeah, Desi Woods, she still love me. She still love me. My wife ain't going for that. They didn't keep playing when he said, well, he was talking to Martello, but And he was talking about how, well, Destiny could still be my side piece and I could just keep my. They didn't say that. Where is he protecting you at, Sonny? He on here, he trying to get over there with Destiny, child. I've been saying that. Okay. Oh, so Lowe's tells Sonny, you came on the show a little too harsh. Don't you agree? She says she do. And so Destiny said, I told her that too. And so Carlos was like, hold on, baby. I'm going to land the plane. Hold on. And so Destiny's smart mouth going to say, well, I hope so. Child, Carlos had to pause, woo-saw, tap into his emotional intelligence, because, baby, he wanted to just go off on Destiny. It's very clear he don't like her, and I understand why. So he pretty much asked Destiny and Sonny, okay, enough of all that. Get past, we passed it. Y'all married. You've been married for a year. He in jail. She dating Lance. So they say, so now, right now at this moment, is there any room for forgiveness? Child, the way Tisha and Marcel turned their head. Did y'all see that quick? They could have got whiplashed the way they turned their head so fast. And Sonny's like, oh no, I'm good. No, I don't have no beef. It is what it is. Move on, be positive, be happy. That's all she got. And so, here go Destiny. You know, when you apologize, you're supposed to have changed behavior, and there was no difference with her. Actually, she didn't even receive my apology on the girls' trip. And so, oh no, that was Sunny. There ain't been no difference. She didn't receive my apology on the girls' trip. Here go Destiny. Your apology did not come with changed behavior. And then you went low and brought my child into this, saying, I know why you got a divorce, because I didn't know the paternity of my son. Whoa. She said, I did not. You put a picture up of Maury Povich on your social media. She said, yeah, but that wasn't a dig. No, but I didn't use any words. Okay, Beyonce, we understand. You talk with pictures. You are saying something about her not knowing who the daddy is. Be quiet. We all know what that means. But so Carlos asked, but was that a dig towards Destiny, Sonny? Because that was like, yeah. And so, honey, Sonny said, take it how you want. What? Even Tisha and Carlos was like, Sonny, like, girl, you are coming unglued here. So, and so she says, this comes from her coming for us every Monday on Destiny's podcast. She said, just leave me alone. Whew. 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 So Destiny, again, she said, I reviewed the shows just like Carlos. And she said, I never called you out your name. I didn't attack y'all, but you made this narrative about my kid. Carlos said, but you do see that, right, Sonny? Like, you do see you are wrong. Sonny says, sure. Sonny, you are all kinds of wrong. They go on break after this. But Sonny, you are all kinds of wrong. Just everything about you is just wrong, wrong, wrong. So on break, Melody goes to Sonny's dressing room, and she asks, like, are you okay? Sonny said, yeah, I'm just sick of it. I'm just ready to move on. Like, because this is old now. We didn't discuss this 1,000 times. And so they're like, yeah. So Melody is like, well, I'm glad Carlos stood on business, because she is so delusional. She said, because me and you, we ain't seen each other since the Monica concert. And then Sonny said, yeah, that's the last time I saw Destiny too. And when was that concert? She was like in 2022. And so Melly's like, people be making up stories in their heads. And, they just there's no time. They just lying. The timing ain't right. And it just don't work. It's just not true. Like all these lies, like it is just not working. And Carlos called it out. So Moses, she said Moses could have given her a call. We didn't have to do, you didn't have to come on here for all this. And then Sonny said, or he could have showed up for her on the show. Whoa. I said, wow. And Melly whispers, I didn't think about that. Child. Back from break. Welcome to the stage. It's the newbies. Tricia and Ken, Carlos says. Whoo. So they play back all of Tricia and Martell scenes, child. With her meeting Martell, they lying. Ken arguing about the lies, all that. Carlos was like, so when did you go to Martell's house? And why did you deny it? Child, Tricia said she was confused. Lo said confused about telling the truth. Absolutely. No, I was confused about telling all my business. I didn't know if he didn't want me, if he didn't want to know who I was, or was I supposed to not say nothing? I mean, how does this work? Because, nothing happened. So I just didn't know how this works. Carlos says, so did y'all have nope. Kissed? Nope. Send penis pic? Nope. Have you sent any pictures? Nope. Has he ever said he wanted to sleep with you? Nope. Have you? Nope. Lie. So what happened? Oh, I just went over his house. We talked about his marriage. They were getting divorced. He still loves her. I was getting divorced or talking about it. But Martell never hit on me the whole time. See, Tricia is talking about the first visit. She's not giving you anything else, of course. She's not leading on. There's no questions asked about Tricia. What house did you go to? When was it? Where was it? What did you have on? How did you get over there? What was said? How did he meet? How did y'all meet? It's been so many different stories. And honey, let me tell you what's was consistent about Tricia. When Martell is close by, she is smiling from ear to ear. Martell got some good wood. That's all I'm gonna say. Because honey, she's sitting over there just no, 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 no. But he never hit on me. And this thing just escalated into some old mess, and it got bigger than it needed to be, and that's made me mad. Well, who you mad at? Because this is your fault for not trying to put a pin in it. Who is doing all this? But girl, I guess Martell's thing is so good, it's making her crazy, dizzy, confused, don't know what to say. You didn't need to say nothing, but Stormy clocked all of that at her house. It was y'all energy. She was like, nah, something else went on. Something else went on here. What's going on here? And everybody is just sitting there listening to these lies. Once again, no one is interested. Everybody is bored. They just looking straight. They all just like we are. So Lowe's asked Melody, do you believe her? And Melody's like, I don't know, why you asking me? Like, don't ask me that about these people. She's like, well, I don't know Tricia. I don't know her character, but I know my ex, and he'll sleep with anything with legs. Here go Martell. With legs. With legs. Nuh-uh. I have messed with women in wheelchairs. I have messed with women without legs. What are you talking about? You don't have to have legs. I ain't here for the legs, Melody. I'm here for the beep, beep. Then he gonna tell Melody, your count has gone up further than mine. Shut up, Martell. Whew. Los asked Martell, have you ever wanted to sleep with, I guess, Tricia? And he said, I'll be real. We slept together. Child, time stopped. Oh, I'm just kidding. Child, no, you're not. You are not kidding. Everybody up there know you're not kidding. You're not kidding. Child, please. So then Ken gonna say that's not funny. Ken over there getting hot. And so next week, honey, we see Marquez. He gonna come out with some flowers for Melody. Oh goodness. What is gonna happen? And you guys, the surprise guest is Stormy. It's not Coleslaw. It's not who else? Lexi. What else did I read? It's not Wanda. It's Stormy. And all I want to know is, where is my boy Courtney? Well, that was the end of the episode, part 3. The season for the last part of the reunion is next week. We're gonna get into some things, and we're gonna see if this grooming comes up. And if not, I'll know some tea by then, and I'll share that with you guys. But all right, besties, that was it. Go and enjoy your day. And I'll be back with another review. It's Super Bowl, so there'll be no Married to Medicine, no Potomac. And I guess what? I'll be back Tuesday with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bye, besties.